Jared Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaredgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jarrett Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
Have you seen my wiener? Have you seen my wiener?
What the hell did you just say, buddy? Huh?
Wiener?
Hey, get your hand off my car. What the hell did you just say to me?
Yeah, my wiener. I was
fucking son of a bitch. I'm gonna
Whoa.
fucking kick your ass.
Look.
Come on, get up, fat boy. Let's go, huh?
Take it easy.
Yes, all. Come on, guys. Get fucking you. Guys, huh? There. You fucking get out of my face. Come on, huh? You want the first punch? Come on, fuckface.
Stop it! You okay, Warren?
Mary, have you seen my baseball?
No, I haven't seen your baseball. Warren, what are you doing leaving the yard? You know you're not supposed to leave by yourself.
You know him?
He's my brother.
I'm her brother.
Oh.
Warren.
I didn't realize, you know? You gotta tell him to watch his mouth.
Jerk. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. You okay?
Thanks, Ted.
I couldn't believe that she knew my name.
His friends would say, stop whining, they've had enough of that. His friends would say,
What is this that I'm watching right now?
there's other girls to look at. They've tried to set
Did you not watch the movie?
No, we didn't see this intro.
Oh, really?
No, when this came on, it was like a band was singing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little bit later.
No,
I don't remember seeing this.
they literally like played this whole thing.
Yeah, I thought that this intro thing was completely unrelated to the movie. I didn't understand.
I have never even in my life seen this.
Yeah,
Where did you watch yours at?
I thought you were trying to make a joke.
No, it fades into them playing, the two guys with the drums and the guitar.
So the way that the movie, that seems silly because the way that the movie goes is
No, I edited that. So that's the very beginning of the movie. And then it goes into him asking that chick to prom, and then it goes into this scene right here.
Basically, what he's saying is he edited that part into this piece.
Got it. Okay.
But that's part of the movie.
Interesting. No, I don't know that I saw that.
Yeah, that's
part.
the very, very beginning. I mean, unless it was some weird.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I was up and I didn't see that part. But like the first thing that
The first thing that you see is the two guys up in the tree playing the music.
Exactly. And the first thing that you hear is he goes, I was in love once. And he goes at me.
Yeah, that's after all this.
Girl,
you must have been walking around or something.
I guess. Man, I'm going to be honest. Like before we
Did you watch it on Netflix and go skip intro?
It's not on Netflix.
Oh.
No, we rented it on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's where I got it.
No, I realize usually I do my intro here. But when have you ever seen anybody treat like a special needs person like that fucking douchebag and like everybody just stand back and watch? You know what I mean? Like even whatever time of year or whenever this was or whatever, the guy picking on the special needs kid would have got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah. How do you not realize what's up?
Yeah.
How do you not?
He's wearing earmuffs and looking for a baseball, and everybody else
I can totally not understand, but I can totally see, like in my high school, someone verbally teasing him after he came up and said that to him, and teasing him back or something and making fun of him. But pushing him down?
Yeah.
That's not.
Here's the thing.
That's not.
Everybody in my high school that was a dipshit got made fun of, including me. I'll admit it. I got made fun of a little bit. Not that much, because you may have listened to the show before. I'm a little bit quick-witted. So if you did say some shit to me, and even if it wasn't right then, eventually that shit was going to bite you right in the pecker.
Right.
But any of the like special needs people, whatever, like we all took care of them. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You were nice to them, and like and maybe it's just me. Maybe that I went to an inclusion elementary school where all of the kids in Wichita Falls who were deaf and could go to school and like had there were some Downs kids there and stuff that could actually like were far enough along to be able to go to grade school, whatever. We had those kids in there, and those are the first kids that I would want to sit by because it's like, yeah, I'll help them, And you know what that makes me? A fucking saint.
Yeah, we definitely had that in our high school. One guy I remember, Ronnie. He was very similar to this guy, actually. Kind of a bigger guy and had the same sort of.
Right.
I sort of was always in awe of them, or I guess awe is a bad word, but like I would just sort of watch it and take it all in.
Sure.
I wasn't friendly to them, but I was never not friendly.
Interesting.
I would just sort of watch it. For me, it was different. It was something I wasn't accustomed to seeing
on
a daily basis, and so I would watch their behavior and sort of take that in and try to. I do that with everything that I'm not really familiar with.
We were educated on it though, like the whole time. It was like, okay,
oh, really?
well,
No,
these kids were like, if you were in, and back when I was in grade school, when this was a whole thing, we had 2 classes. 2 first grade classes, 2 second grade classes, 2 third grade. I mean, that was our class. And if you got the inclusion class, then you got all these kids. Like for half the day, they'd be in there.
Was this in lower, like middle school, elementary, or something?
Elementary school.
My first exposure was in high school, so that I was speaking. To,
okay, so terms. That's different.
Yeah.
If you had never been exposed to it or whatever. Anyway, point is, nobody pushes this fucking guy down that doesn't get the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
Like, and especially. Look, it's already prom, and you're saying like nobody standing around there knows that that's Mary's brother or whatever. You'd have some dude coming out there.
I assume he had never been there before.
That's not a thing. That's how she spent. Fuck it. We found a hole in the movie already. Should we just stop?
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. Like they may have known, but remember, she's only been there for 2 years. But by 2 years, you would have known if that's her.
Dude, if a girl shows up and she's hot, everybody knows her whole life story in the first week. It's like, honestly, it's like that.
Somebody's dating her and going to her house and knowing that.
Are you kidding me? New girl shows up in high school that's like even remotely hot or whatever. It's like a fucking feeding frenzy. The girl that broke my heart that I talk about all the time in the songs and shit like that, dude. She just happened to move there, and her cousin, who was a nerdy drummer like me, fucking took her to the band banquet, and I fucking saw her first. Fucking dibs. Got it. Snatcheroo.
Exactly.
Anyway, hey, my name is Jared.
Oh, yeah.
This is a show. It's a podcast. It's called Jared Goes to the Movies. Normally, we like to start the podcast with that, but today we didn't. It is great to have you listening to the show. We have had such a great run of movies that nobody has seen, and this week we'll be talking about Something About Mary, which is a movie everybody's seen and a movie that I very much enjoyed watching. I've only seen this movie one time until tonight or until last night.
Interesting.
Which
I worried about that. I thought for sure that you'd seen it, so I was. See, because when I do the clips, I name them so you know when you're watching, so you know where to put your notes in.
Right.
And so when I'm doing the clips, if on a movie that you haven't seen, I try to make sure that it doesn't spoil anything because you see the clip coming.
Right.
And you're looking for it, so you know where to put notes.
What I need to know from the clips is, and I'm glad we're talking about this 3 years in, I just need some sort of context clue to know, because the way that you label the clips, so what I do is I listen to try to hear it. So that I know. But my thing is that I have to know when to stop making notes about the clip before that, because if I go too far into the thing, you get real mad at me.
Here's what since you brought this up, I've been trying not to make a big deal out of this, but since you brought this up, I think we should talk about this.
All right, let's talk.
This sounds like a conversation that you would be like, "Oh fuck," if me and you were having.
100%.
When I do the clips, all right, I try to pull the most interesting piece from that scene or whatever. You paying attention?
I'm just looking at my hot
I
wife.
know,
I can't
I'll
help
give
it.
you a
How many
minute.
beers has he had?
I know. I'll give you a
7.
minute. I'll give you a minute.
Yeah, 7. That's true.
Remember,
Do you,
I
do you
believe you.
we can even leave the room for a minute if you need. The cameras aren't on those.
No, this is not our vacation, and we're not the drunk people by the lawn chairs.
Oh yeah.
I told that story.
Holy crap. That was weird.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You told that in the bonus episode? Where'd you tell that?
I don't remember.
It's in the outtakes.
For the love of God, we haven't even started the show yet.
All right. So I take the most interesting part from the scene. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say the scene starts. 5 minutes goes in. I clip, and then the scene ends. 2 minutes later, and so that's a big 10-minute scene. Right.
Mm-hmm.
When you take your notes, you're taking your notes in linear fashion. So
That's
the
correct.
scene starts. You're taking your notes, and then my clip thing,
Mm-hmm.
and so you talk about that scene before the clip even happens.
Yeah.
Because 2 minutes happened before my actual clip.
Right.
So what I would like to do is for you to understand, this clip is from this scene, so any notes from this scene need to go after the clip.
Okay, so
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
right.
And actually, it's a very good, valid. I'll tell you how I do it. I like to lead up to the clip so that we're not going backwards. So, for example, I like to say shit up until and then they're in this room, and then this guy says, and then start the clip, so that everything is always in that order, and I never have to go back.
Well, obviously we could do this many ways.
Sure.
The way that I've been doing it for years now.
Are you editing when I'm saying shit on the podcast?
No.
Hey, am I supposed to be paying attention to any of this?
No, I mean,
you're
I've
good.
done that maybe 3 or 4 times total.
Because I don't like that.
No, 3 or 4 times total. Like if
Okay.
we get out of sync, and
Sure.
I usually even tell you if I'll just move that out. Anyway, I like it to be a scene. So we're talking about something. It all has to do with each other. I don't care if we go back. It doesn't matter to me if we go back, as long as we're talking about this general scene that's going on,
Right.
As opposed to we just blew our wad about the scene. Then I play a clip. It's like we already blew our wad on this scene.
But that seldom happens. I feel like
I'm not saying it happens every
feel
time.
like I'm really good at leading into what it is that you and you know what? I think that's going to happen on this
I
episode.
normally edit out the teasers that you do. So
Why?
Because it's story wise, I'm telling a story. It just doesn't work as good.
No, I'm telling a story.
Right. But I'm saying it
'Cause
just
I'm the
doesn't
one
work.
that has to talk about shit.
It works better if it just we're talking, we're laughing at it, and then cut. Brand new, fresh scene starts. And
Why doesn't it work better though when we're talking, we're laughing or whatever, and then I'm like, and then they find themselves at this scene, and this happens, and the dialogue hasn't happened
I always
yet.
cut that out.
Why?
Should
I
this
don't
have been
know.
like
I
a
just always do.
pre-podcast?
No. I like this. I like this
conversation?
conversation, but I mean, I think that's bad because I'd
have to show you both
I
ways.
intentionally do it that way.
I
though.
know you do, and it
I have 2 of them on this episode,
sure.
and I'll explain to you which ones they are.
I don't know.
I'll try to skip them.
No, it's not.
No,
I don't
I'm gonna
care
try to do that.
because I'll just edit it out. Sometimes I leave. I've left.
I know,
them
but
in
I don't
before.
like when you edit out funny shit that I say. I
I'm
fucking
not
hate it.
editing out you going, and then in this scene they do this, and then that's not funny.
That's fucking hilarious. Are you kidding me? All right, dude. No, I see what you're saying, and I'd rather make the editing easier.
I like it. It's almost like I do it like a fast cut. Like we're in the middle of talking something, and somebody says something funny, and boom, I cut.
Yeah.
and then the next scene starts.
Okay,
so
that
it's
makes-
more. You know what I mean?
That
It's
makes
that
more
kind
sense.
Of an edit.
So I see what you're saying. And I'd rather make it easy on you. So
what I've been doing though,
what I'll
is
do
is sort of giving you the scene clue, not what my clip is, but where the scene starts.
And am I doing better about it?
I mean, you're not doing anything wrong.
No, you're exactly right, because what I do is I go in there and I say, because sometimes I have to click on the scene to see where it is, because you don't put the actual line in there.
Right.
So I can't just listen for it anymore.
Well, I
But-
try to give you some clue as to here's where your notes should start.
Yeah, this is fine. I got it figured out.
All right.
But hey, with me as always is Rich.
Hi.
Did I say my name's Jarrett?
Yeah, you did.
Hey, I like problem solving on the show.
Yeah, I
though.
do too.
That's
Nobody
fun.
likes that.
No, everybody loves it. And you know why? Because 3 years ago, this would have been a knockdown, drag out, and I'd be fucking pissed right now. And I got it figured out.
That is absolutely true.
100%. And I'm fine. I get it. Like
I'm
I'm trying to do my best. I mean, like it's It's a whole thing. Anyway, and you work really, really hard on those clips, and you lay it out for me, and you make my life easy. I'm sitting there, I'm watching. I'm waiting for the next clip so I know when to stop talking about something. And so now I know, okay, don't lead in so much. Don't try to make it like a story.
Overanalyze it. Just do what you do. I'll take care of it.
Okay, I don't like thinking that I'm doing something that you're just going to delete, because that makes me crazy, even if it's not funny.
I delete
And the
1
chat
to 2
room's
hours from the
silent.
show. I'm sorry.
I know you do. I know you do.
I have to delete stuff.
I know. Is it funny?
So I try to keep it. Yeah, I mean, we have tons of funny stuff in the outtakes. If you're a
that's
Patreon
right.
supporter,
The last
you
2
hear all
weeks,
that.
the last 2 weeks listening to the final episodes, he's been made to sound really funny.
I know. That's what he does.
He does do that,
It's
yeah.
because
No way that's
he's
true.
dating again. That's what
There's
happens.
no way that's true.
My lovely wife Casey is here and just
Hello.
looking so insanely beautiful.
Thanks.
Did you go on a date before this, or what? What have you been doing?
Yes.
You did. How'd it go?
Not well.
No. Damn it.
That's why I'm here.
Welcome back home.
If it
man.
had gone well, I wouldn't be here.
All right. Well, thank God after this podcast.
As you know from dating me.
What? No. That went really well, actually. Yeah. Silent Sean is here, and he's not being silent. We actually had him turn up his mic.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah.
Me and Silent Sean were in the studio today working on his music. We had a great time. Super, super fun.
How's our music going?
Me and you?
Yeah, you wrote some lyrics for a
Crickets.
song for someone
Crickets.
for free, and other people are paying you to write the song.
Who's paying me?
The Patreon supporters.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Shit. You're right. That's a whole thing.
Yep.
I don't know. It's you know why? Because it doesn't get us. I tell you this all the time. All we got to do is put it on the schedule. Ask Casey if it's on the schedule. It happens. That really is true, isn't it, baby?
I'm not falling for that anymore.
What do you mean? You're not falling for it anymore?
I scheduled today's recording session with Casey.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
God damn it! You know what? You guys can go.
I'll
fuck
put it on the
yourself.
schedule for tomorrow.
Well, anyway, I'm happy to be here. I'm just getting all the shit from Rich already. Apparently, I don't know how to make my notes. Don't know when to talk about shit. I'm terrible at scheduling things, you know. I'm just like super fucking successful. What the fuck am I doing wrong? I don't really know. I mean, I'm famous as fuck. You know, like I'm a super successful voice actor. I'm a rock star. I have I have many leather-bound books. My house smells of rich mahogany.
Wrong movie.
Oh, sorry. God damn it. All right, we're talking about something about Mary today, and we are so glad you guys are listening in. Hey, all of our support comes from Patreon. I realize you guys fucking hate this when podcasts do this. I'm just letting you know. If you guys would go give us a review on any of the sites that you listen to us on, give us a 5-star review, or if the highest is 3, give us a 4. Whatever you can do to spread the word. But our support comes from Patreon. I'm not trying to sell you Blue Apron. I don't give a shit if you sign up for the thing where you can read a book online, or if the person reads to you.
But I
not
do have-
two shits.
Wonder if you're interested in super white teeth. That's the new one. Have you seen that one?
No, is it the guy? It's the Baldwin brother, right?
What do you mean?
There's a Baldwin brother who advertises this thing where he's like, I really liked coffee and tea. It's the religious one. What's his name?
Steve.
No, there's like a new
Steven.
pyramid scheme toothpaste.
Oh, you bought that.
I did not buy it. Our driver left it in our mailbox so that I could call him later.
And start selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That did happen. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't buy that. I'm going to be honest. I thought you bought it. Guess what? I don't care.
Well, I know, because I bought every other thing.
That's
Not
true.
that one.
All right. So what I'm trying to say is we're not going to stop in the middle of this thing for a commercial. What are you talking about?
We'd stop for other things.
Yeah, we stop for other shit.
commercial.
We got to pee and all that other stuff. Our support does come from Patreon, though. So a good review would be great. Go to patreon.com, search for Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Give us $1 a month, and that's for all the episodes. And each episode, you'll get all those outtakes that week. $5 a month, you get all the outtakes that we've done. And as Rich just told you, he takes out all of my jokes to make sure he's the funniest one in the podcast. So there's so much material out there. And then $10 a month, you can Skype with us. once a month, and then $20 you get to be an executive producer. We'll talk about those here in just a little bit. And then for $50 a month, you can be on 5 questions in the rotation. And those people are loving life. Now, there's only 2 $100 spots, and those are taken. And I will just let you know that this is a Matt Cardosi and Daniel Cotton production. We do have a new supporter, Antonio Zambrana, upped his pledge from 5 to 10. So that means he not only has all the outtakes, 3 years of outtakes. 3 years. But he also now participates in our monthly Skype.
Which we need to do.
We do. Our executive producers do include Wendy Croft, Ashley C., David Dooley, David Murray, Matt Cardosi, Rodon James, Nigel Watson, Daniel Cotton, Chris Black Magic, Whitehead, Lucy Murray, Jared Spear, Diane Small, John Gickler, Lisa Winsel, Katie Morgan, Shawnee May Griffiths. God damn it. With these, can we not correct the names? God damn it. Fuck. Shawnee Griffiths, Greg Pascal, Tyler J. McCullough, Mark Ryan, Sfee Hurst. Josh Millman, Jason Randall, Mike Breton, Chris Jacobs, Brian Dunning, Paul Baums, Jason Wall, Bodie Cooper, Woody Chambers, Amy Pittsinger, good friend of the show, Kirsty Fisher, Dominic Petretta, Simone Vark, who did not quit the podcast, Michael Price, Tess Green, and Brian Mason. All right, guys, let's talk about the movie There Is Something About Mary. It's going to be a good episode this week.
Oh, I thought you were going to pee.
Oh, no. It's going to be... I'm just having some music leading us into this. It's going to be good. Doesn't this feel good? It's like a good vibe.
Yes.
I've got a boner.
I feel like Casey needs to leave the building. Casey.
No, you're fine. All right, There Is Something About Mary. A man gets a chance to meet up with his dream girl from high school, even though his date with her back then was a complete disaster. That's a horrible synopsis.
No? Okay.
That is not even close to what happens.
It's spoiler free.
A man gets a chance to meet up with his dream girl from high school, even though his date with her back then was a complete disaster.
That's pretty much it.
Fucking terrible. How does he get a chance to meet up with? I guarantee you can do better than that.
That's true.
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
There's something about Mary. An orthopedic surgeon has a relationship with 4 different guys throughout her life that all end up being crazy stalkers. But it's not until she turns down Brett Favre's proposal that you realize that Warren isn't the only retard in the family. Now, that might sound a little politically incorrect, but the hell with that. No one's going to tell me that they don't deserve love too.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
That was the fucking joke in the movie. You didn't get it from the movie?
No. I got it. I got it. You stumbled
Hang me
a
out
little.
to dry.
No, I would never do that. No, I'm with you. David Dooley thought that shit was hilarious. Don't even get me wrong. All right, this movie does star Cameron Diaz. Super weird. Here's the thing. I'm in a pop punk band.
Uh-huh.
My pop punk band is fucking famous. There's this other pop punk band that we used to play around with all the time. They're called Good Charlotte. The guitar player for said band...
Were they famous?
They're like fucking really famous.
Oh, okay.
They're more famous than us, but like I'm not sure that they're as... Yeah, they're fucking famous. Anyway, so one of them, the guitar player who was Casey's like high school crush...
Middle school
crush...
Billy?
Huh?
No, not Billy.
Oh,
Benji.
Okay.
Is married to Cameron Diaz.
Oh.
Right? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, in no way do they even seem like they would be a couple. But
And he didn't even like give me a chance.
So you're saying if you had just you'd written one more big hit, maybe you could have...
No, because I'm not interested in Cameron Diaz. I really don't think that she's pretty, but I think
Cameron Diaz adjacent.
Now, wasn't she with Justin Timberlake for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he traded up. Right?
Yeah,
he got the seventh heaven. He like fucking. He was just like, yeah, fuck sixth heaven. Yeah. I'm going to seventh heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he dated 3 people in his life.
Well, no,
publicly.
I didn't say
we're
he-
giving him
he
all
didn't.
of that. So that's
sure he
Britney Spears.
Banged more people.
Well, he had like a model he dated for a while, didn't he?
He did Britney for a long time
Well, they were like teenagers.
when they were kids, and then what?
Then he put
Then
out Cry Me a River. And everyone was like, oh,
Oh
fuck,
my God.
that looks just like her in the video.
And then-
now we all know.
I was obsessed with that video.
It was good.
forever.
It was a good one.
When you say obsessed, let me ask you this: do you mean obsessed like if you had a baby right now and you were just looking at that baby and you're just like, I'm just obsessed with this baby, and that would be your Facebook photo and shit? Like,
I've never been obsessed with a baby before.
yeah, I know. Well, that's apparently like the new thing.
Oh.
You're just like,
No, you're obsessed with like a fucking type of coffee, but like this person I know has like, she's used a lot of Instagram slang to describe her baby all the time. Like,
will you just say what the thing said, please? Because she doesn't listen to this.
it could get back. I can't do it.
All right, but it's fucking funny. I'll tell you off the air.
All
It's
right.
insanely insane. Matt Dillon, where the fuck is that guy now?
I don't know.
He used to be the shit.
I think
I
his
know.
brother is more famous.
Yeah,
than he
that's.
is.
I was just gonna say the same thing. It's like his brother lapped him. Of course, his brother's not doing shit now either. But
I disagree. His brother got on one successful show. Matt Dillon.
Two.
what was the second one?
Viking
Yeah.
Quest.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean.
Roadhouse.
No. His brother gets on, and he was the drummer. Oh, no. Oh, wait. What did he have to do in. He was the drummer in something, right? Like, was it.
That was Rainn Wilson.
No. I swear to
Ooh, I love
God.
that movie, The Rocker.
I love it.
You gotta do that one.
What?
The
Rocker?
Rocker?
Yeah. What's the movie that we talked about yesterday? Oh no. So the trivia guy, the guy that does our trivia, wants to do. What is it? Last.
No idea.
I don't know. God damn, this podcast is going great.
Samurai.
Not Last Starfighter or like the
Airbender?
Huh?
Airbender?
Last Airbender.
No, I swear to God. Oh no! I tell you what it was. The Matt Dillon's brother was in the Doors movie, and he played the drummer for the Doors.
Oh,
yeah, that's
that
where
was
I was.
a long time
it
ago,
was, yeah. But that kid had like a bunch of other stuff before that, and
I would have never even.
yeah, he
that
did a
didn't
bunch
even
of stuff.
register.
But still, Matt Dillon, was the
Can he play
shit.
drums?
He
Matt Dillon was in a lot of stuff.
Outsiders, one of your favorite
No,
movies.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Drugstore Cowboy.
He was an it guy. He was in that 20-something
Flamingo Kid.
Sure. He was in one with
Liar's Moon.
with Sean Young too. It was horrible.
That sounds terrible.
It's probably the downfall of his career.
Fuck it. Let's move on. Ben Stiller is in this. Ben Stiller, who, he's like a funny fucking guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
To me, he's a step just above Adam Sandler.
Above?
Yeah.
Man, I have to disagree.
Say
here.
different.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Adjacent.
no, because me and Rich totally agree on the Adam Sandler stuff. And
Yeah.
I think Ben Stiller's right above it.
Ben Stiller's never made movies that sucked.
I think him in the 90s sucked. I don't think he got good until the 2000s.
Well, I mean, he sucked on his TV show, but like in his movies, when it was now Ben Stiller movies, he didn't make Little Nicky. Is what my point is. He didn't make a.
Let me tell you this about.
Madison,
let me tell you Ben Stiller's Little Nicky
Billy
moment.
Madison. Huh?
Let me tell you his
Okay.
Little Nicky moment.
Don't say Meet the Parents because that was badass.
No, everyone loves Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that. Don't fucking do that to me. That's not what I was gonna do. Ben Stiller.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Kids' Choice Awards.
yeah.
We're there. What, you already know this story?
Yeah, you told him. But
This
tell it again. I forgot
motherfucker.
it.
It's like the third time.
I had already met fucking SpongeBob and SpongeBob at that point, like Tom Kenny's like coming up and he's going.
I don't think you can meet SpongeBob. He's
Well,
not
I meant,
real.
God damn it! I already said his name. Stop doing the thing where like everything I say, you have to think, you have to say something funny. Let me tell the goddamn story.
Got it.
But if you want to interject, go ahead because that's what makes it fun. So I meet this Tom Kenny. I meet the whole cast of. I met that dude from the '70s show that fucked everybody, the Fez guy, and like all these people, right? And so I'm out I'm walking the red carpet. There's a motorcycle there and shit, and so a guy's just like, "Hey, Bowling for Soup, let's get a picture with you guys with Ben Stiller." And this motherfucker could not have been more unimpressed to be taking said photo. ever. And
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm asked to take a photo with anybody, I will at least look at them and go, hey, how's it going? Hey, guys, how's it? And take the picture, flash, move the fuck on. This son of a bitch did not give two shits.
Yeah.
Two.
Maybe he had a bad day.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt guy.
That's my fucking line.
That's you.
Oh, my God.
That's you in my Jason Bateman story.
Benefit of the doubt guy.
Fuck him. He was not nice. And no, he wasn't having a bad day.
But it's like one of those things, like everybody that's ever met Pauly Shore says he's an asshole, and then there's always this like 1 out of 20 that's like, I met him once and he was like the nicest guy I've ever met.
We did that the other day. We were talking about our Troy Aikman story, and whoever we met that day was just like, oh my God, no, I know Troy. Troy's the nicest guy
and
ever.
like 2 other people are like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, that dude's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
like,
he's
I was-
nice to you because you know him. He's your friend.
I fucking did his charity event. I'm raising money for his fucking charity and want a picture of my wife with him or whatever.
Yeah, he should be overly nice.
Overly nice.
Overly nice.
100%.
Kissing your ass.
Not even that.
No, I mean, I'm just saying,
At
as
least
someone
just like be like, "What's your name again?" or something.
Or just like, you know, look at me.
Oh my God, it was
was
so. It
yeah,
was sad.
it was awkward.
The whole thing sucked. Anyway, fuck Ben Stiller.
Hey, Mrs. Jensen, how are you?
You okay?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Charlie, you could have warned me.
Keep it down.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jensen. I just don't want her to, I don't want her here, you know?
Let's just relax here, okay? Now, what exactly are we looking at here?
What do you mean? What?
Well, I mean, is it the or the?
Is it the Franco the beans?
I don't know. It looks like I think it's a little bit of both.
Break some veins! Break some veins!
What's that bubble there?
What do you think? It's a.
Well, how the hell did you get the beans above the Frank? I mean,
I don't know. It wasn't like it was a well thought out plan.
You know, there really does seem to be an awful lot of skin coming through there. So I need to find some Bactine, honey.
No, you know what? I don't need any. Really.
Oh, there.
That's what got me. Was the fucking cop through the window.
Just coming right in, or whatever. I mean, just this whole thing of. I mean, do you remember as like a teenager even having to go to the restroom at somebody else's house? It was always a thing. Like I can remember like going and like even going to pee and I'd be like, oh my God, the water is really blue. Like what is going on here? Like what they obviously there's something going on here. I didn't realize you could put a tablet in the tank and make it like that. You know, I mean, just and then anytime you had to shit, like the toilet paper was different and all that. I mean, it was just always a thing.
The worst thing was going to my grandma's and her seat was that.
Was it cushioned?
Yes.
The padded
Okay, that's
thing.
like the worst
Padded.
and also kind of nice.
It's weird.
the
It's
worst.
just foreign.
It's the worst
And it's,
because
it has
Like when
to
you're like a little
retain-
kid and you're just like, shh.
the reason that
It
you
has to retain tons of bacteria.
Oh
but
yeah,
but
because there's
the
always
thi-
cracks in it and it's all foamy.
But also the thing that you don't understand, Casey, is it won't stay up.
Yes,
so if
that's
you
the
put
worst.
it up to try
That's
to
not
pee,
my
it
problem.
falls
That's
down
the-
right in the stream.
Yeah.
So it slaps pee onto your feet.
Yeah, that's so your grandma doesn't fall in and fucking die because her grandson left the seat up.
Right. Yeah. So I'm glad we killed her.
What do you do if you like clog up a toilet at your friend's house as like a teenager?
Oh, I did that.
All right.
It has to have happened to everybody at least once.
It
right?
wasn't. It wasn't with feces though.
No,
It was
just
with
toilet paper in general.
No, it was 2 Q-tips.
Well, that was dumb.
That's
the
stupid.
entire apartment flooded.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do.
What do you do?
And I'm not even fucking ashamed of it.
We knew that part.
I stick my hand in there and grab hold of it that's in the drain and pull it right out. And then it'll flush. And then I just wash my hands a bunch of times. But
I just,
I'm
like,
not.
never
I'm
tell
not.
anybody I was going to the bathroom.
I'm not leaving that fucking place like that. That's not happening. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I'm a girl. I'd bail the fuck out. Nope, not my problem.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you don't have a plunger in your bathroom, it's your fault.
Yeah.
If it's a public,
man.
it's a public area bathroom and you don't put a plunger there,
No, not in public, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I've stopped at the toilet
in the house.
because really all it is how that toilet paper is going down there.
Having a poop in a bathroom as a girl though is like traumatizing.
Having a poop,
you only go if you really have to.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
when you're a teenager.
I don't poop anywhere except for my house.
Do you remember
is
some
just
girl went to
weird.
a party with y'all in the UK and took a shit and it smelled really bad?
It did.
And they're like grown ass people and everyone still calls her like stinky poo girl.
That really is a thing.
And she's like an adult woman.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta poop, you just gotta be like, my stomach hurts, I need to go home. Okay, I have one more story.
Go to fucking Quick Trip.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I can't disclose the person that this happened to, and it was not me.
Okay.
But somebody I know went to the bathroom at a party this guy invited her to that she really liked, and she went to pee, but sometimes stuff just happens. You're a girl, you're already sitting down, you know?
Uh-oh.
That is a thing.
So then she had to go.
Which one?
And when she went to flush the toilet, it overflowed
With the poop.
with the poop in it, and it was solid ones.
Jesus.
And she didn't know what to do, and she needed to tell somebody it was overflowing, but didn't want to leave the poop in there. So she took it out and put it in the fucking cat box and buried it.
Nice.
I know who did that.
You're not allowed to talk about it.
I know. I wouldn't.
And buried it in the cat box. And then when it was like, your toilet overflowed, I don't know, maybe I put too much toilet paper in there or something. Like,
It's
literally buried their own poop.
That's amazing. And actually, a cat box is like, I'd just piss in that anyway. You know, I really wouldn't. I'm kidding.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
This seems a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there in my notes.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and do it. Marky Post.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Get
the
it.
hottest girl in the movie.
Well, that's 100% true. I wonder what she looks like
Are
now.
you still going to do one for Cameron Diaz?
She looks great now still. I mean, she's old as fuck and still looks amazing.
Figured it would have done like Magna.
All right. And I just a little backstory. God, when I saw her and remembered that she was in this movie, I was flipping out.
She is 67 years old.
I may have paused it for about 15 minutes. Anyway, but I went back and got old clips of her on Fall Guy. Not for this, but for just for my own personal use. She was insanely gorgeous on fucking Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Go look at clips of her. There's a couple of bikini ones that she's on the Fall Guy. Because apparently she was some stodgy boss type person to him on the show. And then she just busted out with this bikini on one of the episodes.
So are you doing that Marky
And he's
Post?
like
or
freaking out. No, I'm doing this Marky Post.
The fully clothed
honestly,
Marky Post.
Honestly, I think she's hotter now in this movie than she was back then.
Guarantee my husband agrees.
Yeah. All right. Hair. And first of all, I think she's a 100% an 11 to me, but I have to be scientific about this. I don't want to let the fans down.
Understood.
Hair, 8. Eyes, 10. Nose, 7. Mouth, 8. And her face, I give her an 11 personally. Arms, 10. Boobs, 11. Holy shit, her boobs are fucking the perfect boobs. Waist, 11. Thank you, Fall Guy. Ass, 10. Legs, 10. Overall, again, I give her an 11 for me, which gives her a total, scientifically, a 9.7.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, she's great.
Holy crap. We still need somebody to go back and go through all these rankings so that we know like where everybody sits. We need a spreadsheet.
Yeah, we need a spreadsheet.
That's fucking 3 years worth of shit. Well, no, you don't
since
start till
Ground-
Caddyshack.
Yeah, Caddyshack.
You don't have to worry about it.
Dom tells me you're looking for some lady friend you knew back at school.
Yeah.
That's cute. I don't buy it, but it's cute.
You're not buying what?
Ted. I'm the kind of guy who likes to shoot from the hip. I want you to level with me. Come on, let's talk. Did you knock this skirt up? Huh?
No.
Yeah, she's blackmailing you, right?
Blackmailing me? No.
You want her dead, don't you?
Dead? You're not serious, are you?
You expect me to believe this is a straight stalker case? Come on.
Hey, I'm not a stalker. Right? She's a friend of mine.
Oh, sure she is. That explains why she's got an unlisted number. And you haven't heard squat from her in 13 years. Yeah, real chum.
Yeah, so this is one of those reasons why I'm not really the guy to be watching movies all the time, even though that's what we do. But wouldn't he just go
find someone else? Or?
No, but wouldn't he just go? No, I just remember this girl from high school. I can't fucking find her. I'd like to contact her, and Facebook doesn't fucking exist yet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like Jesus Christ. Now let's back up just a smidge of how we got here.
Mm-hmm.
This Chris Elliott, man. I mean, holy shit! And the fact that we don't actually know his identity yet. We just know that they're really good friends, and Chris Elliott has this like.
Did you remember that part of it?
No.
Okay.
No. And actually, Casey even asked me towards like she was like, "Do you remember the Brett part?" And I go,
she said it's Brett, yeah.
And I go, "No." And then I started thinking about it towards them. I was like, "Is that going to be fucking Brett Favre or whatever?" But I didn't remember it at all. But I just thought, here's Chris Elliott, who's got all his shit together. His kids are super happy. They're all playing with the toys. His wife is super hot and goes and makes fucking Toll House cookies because he goes, let's just get some Toll House cookies. Go make some Toll House cookies. And would you like butterscotch or chocolate? You know what? Chocolate chip, I think. Let's go do that.
And then later she's blowing him while he's watching TV.
Right.
Why is she's the perfect wife.
But Ben Stiller says that. He's
she
like,
is
dude.
perfect.
Yeah, she absolutely. So obviously he finds the PI, and then so the PI goes down to Florida, and he. Oh no! What I was going to say was he's following her around or whatever, and then what she realizes that we don't know exactly what she does for a living yet, but we do know that she goes and gets a whole bunch of burgers for all of these mentally. Is it mentally challenged or?
You're not sure how to say it.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Don't use the musical.
I don't know what to do. These some people who were hungry,
differently abled.
She got cheeseburgers for people who were starving.
Seeking sensitive wasp doctor to share candlelit dinners, long walks in Coconut Grove. Marriage. Are you looking for a corpse? You have to be specific when you write this. You have to say seeking deaf mute with, 3-pound cock and trust fund. Want a guy who can play 36 holes and still have enough energy to take me and Warren to a ball game and eat hot dogs. I'm talking sausage hot dogs, beer. Not light beer, but beer. That's my ad. Print it up.
Fatty who likes beer and golf. Jeez, Mary, where are you gonna find a gem like that?
Okay, well, here's the catch. He has to be self-employed.
Like a drug dealer?
No, I was thinking along the lines maybe of somebody like an architect or something. But I want somebody with freedom in their job, Somebody who can do it anywhere and just leave at a drop of a hat.
Yes, she's describing you.
Exactly.
Yes.
She said no light beer. You're out.
No, but I'll fucking drink a full beer.
I don't know.
I would.
Maybe for the
I'd
first year.
Yeah, and you don't just pick a hot dog. It's not your thing.
I don't really like hot dogs like that. Not a fucking sausage hot dog. I don't want that at all. Like I want the lips and assholes thing with
You're
just
already
mustard.
making it too complicated. You're not the one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know. No, I'm
Benji Madden is.
And I'm not fucking golfing with her, so fuck that.
It's so funny. I've known that dude for 20 fucking years. It's so crazy. And he's married to Cameron Diaz. It's nuts. And good for him. I mean, yeah, and I'm sure they're...
Is it though? Is it good for him?
They live in Beverly Hills next door
Oh, they're rich. Yeah, you're right.
They live next door to his brother and Lionel Richie's daughter that he's married to. They fucking did it, dude.
Who's married to Lionel Richie's daughter? His
Joel
brother?
Madden. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, they fucking did it.
And then their dad travels around in a big bus drawing on chalkboards.
Who?
I got it, but
someone out there got it.
Is it a Dylan joke?
He thinks that their father is John Madden.
Oh, John Madden. That's a fucking sports joke, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job.
Because he only takes buses. He doesn't fly.
He doesn't drive them though. He just
Does
just
he not
drives
fly?
them. Also,
No, he
he's
doesn't
retired.
fly.
I'm gonna be there soon.
He's retired as fuck. He's like 89 years old. He can, and here's a guy. Like, I mean, he just here's a guy who's like fucking up.
Hey,
he's had another heart attack.
Throw me a fucking bone. It was a sports reference from me.
He did really good.
Thanks.
So Matt Dillon gets to see boobies. I will say this: like
you are an architect of hits, though.
As what I well, that's true.
Yep.
What I will say is this. Though I don't think that she's the most attractive girl in the world, I get it. I think obviously body-wise in this, it's pretty incredible. It's nice to see.
This movie, I was not disgusted by her.
You can't be.
That is so weird. Don't fucking, like, in the middle of my thing where I'm trying to be nice, don't do that.
This is where, like,
because I don't ever think anybody's ugly. You realize that, right? Like, I
realize that you said that.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about how ugly Sarah Huckabee was, like, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
No. Here is what I said about Sarah Huckabee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I said this.
What's ugly about her?
I just feel bad for her because she's just
so unattractive.
She just doesn't ever look attractive.
Weird.
That is, but hold on, don't do the thing where you downplay. Don't downplay. Hold on, but don't do that. I don't know that I really say that about many people. But I feel I really.
How does that make it better?
I want her to.
Sorry, babe.
No, but I want her to. Like I really do. I look for the good.
I want Cameron Diaz to look good.
No,
too.
no, I'm talking about Sarah
I really
Huckabee.
want her to.
God damn it! Son of a bitch.
What's Rich's deal?
You found her. Oh yeah. You were right, man. She really is something else. Oh my god.
Really? So she hasn't changed at all, huh?
Oh, that I couldn't say. Let me ask you something. Was Mary a little big bone back in high school?
Big bone? No, not at all. No.
I guess she packed on a few pounds over the years.
Oh yeah? So she's a little chubby?
Oh, I'd say about a deuce and a half. Not bad.
Oh, my, a deuce and a half, huh?
You know, you shit out a bunch of kids and you're bound to put on a few pounds.
Oh, so she's married?
No, she's never been. That's the good news.
Huh?
Yeah. 4 kids, 3 different guys, but no rock. Hyperactive little fuckers, too. Tough to keep up with in a wheelchair, I bet.
Oh, she's in a wheelchair?
How great is Matt Dillon?
He's great.
He's amazing at this. Like, it just gets better, obviously. We know the line that everybody's waiting for or whatever, but God, he's just great.
Remember that website, highschoolreunion.com or something?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That took off really big for about 6 months before MySpace hit.
Yeah, it would have probably done well if that hadn't happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Because it was like huge. It was like, finally, we can reconnect with all these. I mean, because you couldn't reconnect with anybody before that site came out.
Right.
It was like you didn't know how to get in touch. There was no. Why would anyone even know where to even? And then that site came out, and
yeah, it'll have to be word of mouth and if you heard from them and ask around and try to get a contact info.
And so I signed up for that site and found several people, and then MySpace hit, and then you saw everybody, and then 6 months after that, Facebook. How long was it after Facebook?
MySpace was around for longer than 6 months.
It was, yeah. So I remember MySpace.
More than 2 years?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And actually, like, making that transition was difficult. Like, especially if you were a musician,
From
because
MySpace to
Facebook.
I didn't do Facebook for a while.
I didn't either. I was late on it.
We stuck with MySpace forever. And MySpace was like putting the pressure on. Like they were like, okay, we're going to add a music page now. We're going to do this. We're going to like
put bedazzlements.
Whatever. I mean, it was like you can now, they started setting things up for bands, you know, like, okay, you can have your whole band page and this is basically.
And play your music. People can like SoundCloud.
Exactly,
you can have, like,
which
your music,
is pretty fucking cutting
that's
edge.
advanced, yeah.
It was really cutting edge.
Yeah, but the reason everyone left was because of all that shit.
Yeah, it got kind of out of control.
It was such a mess. It was such a hot mess that you go over to Facebook and you're like, everything's white and just a little bit of blue and it's clean.
Oh, I don't remember it becoming a mess. Like, what became a mess about it?
There was just like 1,000 buttons. It used to just be like your profile and your friends, and that was it.
Such a hodgepodge.
And then it was like, the music stuff.
Every page you went to was all personalized, so it was just different colors and music would start playing as soon as you hit their page.
Well, that was like important for my generation, though.
Yeah, I put it on there. I succumbed to it after fighting it for a long time.
Yeah.
System of the Down and Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's all I played.
I put Dark New Day because that's the only band I've ever liked
Right.
the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's a blur.
But
I mean, I do remember it being a thing where it was like, well, but we, like this is where we're at, and I've already got all these friends, and then there's this Facebook thing, and
And Casey has 1,000 jokes about this, but that top 8 thing was such a stress. It stressed me out.
That's what I say. I'm like, we need to bring it back. People need to know exactly where I fucking feel they are ranked that week. People notice. Like, people are like, oh,
They did
fuck, she
notice.
fucking moved him to number 3. They must have gotten in a fight.
It was
What
a
bitch. Like,
very social big deal.
that's why my top 8 was all me. I always say that. Like, I changed it where it was my face, every single one.
that's pretty great. Mine was easy though. It was just like the band, the crew.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to do. I'm sorry. You didn't have to do the whole. You didn't have to do 8. You could do top 4 or whatever.
For a while, it was just 8.
Yeah, for a while.
But Facebook would I don't know, that transition was hard for me because there was just nothing. Like you said, it was just white and blah, and I was like 17 or 18 whenever the move happened, And
Well, it came about because they started in college, and so they spread to like every college. And so my brother he never even did MySpace. He was only on Facebook because when all this stuff was going down, he was in college.
Well, and it was a college thing.
It was you could only be on it if you were in a college. And so they opened it up to the general public after a while.
Right.
And my brother was like, "Yeah, I've been on this for 4 years."
My brother made mine for me because he's like, you're fucking stupid. Just let me just go on there.
Right.
You'll understand it.
But what was so genius about it is all these college students got hooked on it and then grew up with it through college. And when they left college, they wanted that to continue on.
Right.
And so they just it just grew with in that sort of cycle.
But what's interesting to me about, so MySpace, I don't really remember, status updates really being as much of a thing. You'd put a status kind of, on the AOL Instant Messenger away status type of deal, and you put pictures up and people would comment, and most of it I feel like was more instant messaging, private messaging.
On Facebook?
Yeah, and then Facebook.
No. She's saying on MySpace.
Oh, MySpace.
And then when you switched to Facebook, it was just this public status thing.
It was
all of my posts, when I very first started, are just so bored. Because why am I putting this out there?
Because it used to lead in with, what are you up to? Or something like that. What?
Or it would go, Casey is, and I'd be like, bored.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, so MySpace was more of a vanity page. It was just
it
here's
was
me
people
talking
tell
about
you that
me.
You're pretty, and you do quizzes, and people.
Yeah, it wasn't and you could comment on stuff, but
Well,
you're right, it wasn't
if I remember it, you would post bulletins.
Yeah.
But
you didn't do it a lot.
If me and you were to have a conversation, I'd have to go to your page, make a post, and then you reply by coming back to my page. So if you're going to try to figure out a conversation, you got to have 2 tabs open and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of private messaging on the.
It was
MySpace.
a mess.
Jared's opening a beer.
And that was the thing about Facebook. It was just so clean and easy to use, and
and
not all this
it's
shit.
more user to user.
And by the way, I don't use I'm back on Facebook. You can add me if you want to. That's fine. Everyone out there. I don't really use it anymore. I don't really post anything. I use it just basically for the managing the Jared Goes to the Movie stuff.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it not being on my phone and pinging me all the time and letting me know there's an update. I actually turned my wall off. I put a browser plug-in so I can't see anything on my wall. It just has, if you want to put a status update, but nothing's underneath it. Because I kept finding, even now, myself, I'd log in, I'd try to go to the Jared Goes to the Movies page, but I'd log in and they'd send me to my homepage with my wall.
Right.
And then I'd get sucked in and I'd start scrolling and I go, what am I doing? It's been 15 minutes and I haven't, came here to do something and I forget what it was.
Facebook is no longer a rabbit hole for me at all.
So I just turned that off.
It really isn't. There's a few people that message me. I'll answer back.
But when you log in, do you see posts and get sucked into scrolling through?
If I log in,
I do forever.
Yeah.
If I log in, I instantly go up and I click the thing where it is here are the things that are pertinent to you. And I even sort of screen that, and then if I'm taking a shit, then I'll go through more of it or whatever. But like on my computer, it's up because that's what you do. You have Facebook up and you have your email up and you have.
So you don't see some video or some picture that you just
No.
are drawn
I
to?
go
ever?
right-
Yeah,
I
and then
go
once
right
they started
back
doing
up.
that thing when a video ends and it goes to another video.
I hate
I
the
go
way
right
they manage
past that.
videos now.
I go right past
because
that.
you click on it and you want to go full screen, but it doesn't go full screen. It goes
In
sort of
fact-
kind of half screen.
In fact, this just happened.
It's the worst.
This would have been an amazing bonus episode, by the way. But just the other day, we were in Mexico, and I was going to the restroom at night. She was already in bed, and I'm scrolling through, and I see this puppy. It's just licking this little baby, trying to wake the baby up, and the baby just can't wake up, and the puppy's trying to lick the baby or whatever. So the next day, well, this is interesting. I was taking another poop, and my wife just goes from the other room, "Have you seen the thing of Ronan? Like, yada. Have you seen this video?" And I go, "What? No. What is it?" She goes, "A video of our cousin, her cousin's baby, went viral because this puppy was trying to wake the kid up." Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so. The thing, and she goes, "Have you seen that?" And I go, "Wait a minute, no, I saw that last night. But I didn't realize that was our cousin." And the most fucked up thing about the whole thing is, all the comments were negative. It was people going, "How could you let a dog near a baby's face?" And blah blah.
I mean,
blah.
it's like a little puppy, like golden retriever. Like it's like this big, and like 3-year-old little girl, and it's just licking her face. People are like, "Bacteria, do you understand?" Like,
Ugh.
do you get it? And they're like,
but
like, talk about a dog. This one, like, you don't ever let a dog near a toddler's face. The mom clearly has her hand on this puppy, like, like kind of messing with it. Like,
well, first of all, fuck off and die. It's not your fucking baby.
Yeah, who cares?
And second of all, there's this guy. I just heard this today. Actually, there's an article. This dog was licking his hand or something, and it had a cut on it. And he got some bacteria that he lost both legs and both arms because of this bacteria.
okay, well, this was a cute puppy licking the cheek of a baby, and it was adorable.
Well,
Yeah, and a dog's mouth's like the cleanest thing in the world. So it's just that fucking
except
dog.
for that bacteria that fucking lost his arms and legs.
Guess what? How many people are gonna die in fucking cars that don't have drivers?
Exactly.
Dude, I'm not getting one of those ever. I don't care where technology
Well,
goes.
if you want to know, listen to the bonus episode on our Patreon page.
For $1.
Go check that
Do I
out.
have to pay $1 for y'all to tell me what happened?
We'll tell you about it later.
I did talk to my friend.
Yeah.
I was like, if we had more time, we would have done this. He goes, "Do it right now." I was like, we don't have time right now.
Yeah, not time right now.
It's just a job, really, something to keep me moving. My real passion is my hobby.
Really? What's that?
I work with retards.
Isn't that a little politically incorrect?
Oh, the hell with that. No one's gonna tell me who I can and can't work with, right?
No, I mean,
We got this one kid, Mongo. He's got a forehead like a drive-in movie theater, but he's a good shit. So we don't bust his chops too much. So one day, Mongo gets out of his cage.
what,
and,
they keep him in a cage?
well, it's just an enclosure.
No, but they keep him confined.
Right, yeah.
That's bullshit.
Well, that's what I said. So I went out and I got him a leash.
A leash.
Yeah, one of those ones you can hook onto the clothesline, and he can run back and forth, and there's plenty of room for him to dig and play. That kid is really, he's really blossomed.
Mongo.
That was what my thing was about at the beginning. No
I
one
know.
got that?
No, I know. I thought it was really good. It's just weird.
So you can't be insensitive because I was quoting him from the movie. So you can't yell at me for being insensitive.
I didn't yell. I just went, ooh. Then I was like,
Rich is hating on shit.
My friend Sarah, who wants to come on one of these, just literally just tagged me on Facebook from one of her 2007 posts where it just says, "is bored."
That's amazing.
Hey, why do these names become not PC? By the way, this is something I sort of touch on throughout the Jared Goes Movies podcast, but it does sort of baffle me why things that are totally fine at one point in time then become completely, politically incorrect and offensive.
When I was a kid, we had there were 2 leagues of football. You could play in a younger league, you could play in an older league. It wasn't divided by ages. We lived in Wichita Falls, Texas. You had Pee-wee and you had midget. True story. So you either played Pee-wee football or you played midget football. And that's what you played until you went into junior high.
Right.
So again, if you played Pee-wee, I guess it probably went up to like 3rd, 4th grade. I started when I was 4 years old, full pads, get the shit knocked out of me by an 8-year-old every once in a while. I didn't like it very much, to be honest. Played because my dad wanted me to. And I don't even remember if he even fucking told me that. I thought he did. Anyway, Jesus Christ, and also, you know what? He's not my dad, you know? So we get that going for us.
Isn't...
That's supposed to make you laugh.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, and then midget.
Right.
And we used to sell buttons that said midget football, and people would buy them for $1 and wear that shit.
Right.
You can't even use that word. It's not even a word anymore.
Right. Well, retarded, isn't that a medical term?
It is.
Like, I'm saying this out of ignorance. I'm not sure, but I thought I had heard this. That, like, doctors or whatever, I don't have a problem with whatever term I'm supposed to use. I just don't like when it changes. So,
right.
And I'll just list a few that I could think of off the top of my head. So,
oh, God.
We went from, I think it started with queer, and then it went gay, and then homosexual, and then because someone said homo instead of homosexual, now that's not good, and it's actually back to queer now, right?
You can say homosexual, you can say gay, and you can say queer.
But you can't shorten it. You're not allowed to shorten homosexual and say homo.
You can if you're gay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, the rules are different. It's like,
and then colored, black, African American, and now we're back to person of color. Even though colored severely offensive.
Yeah, my grandpa.
But now it's all the way back to person of color, which
retarded.
It's the same thing.
Less advanced in mental, physical, or social development than is usual for one's age.
Right. So that was the clinical meaning. It wasn't a slang word.
Or very foolish or stupid. Meaning, if you're saying that this situation is retarded, that's actually a proper use of the word.
Right, but it's deemed offensive.
Correct.
Because if someone has a mentally challenged child, then they just don't like hearing the word.
Plus, gay used to mean happy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I learned from Mary Poppins. The Robin is building his nest, and he's gay about it.
And then my favorite, Oriental, needs to be Asian now. But now...
Unless it's a type of
but Oriental
doesn't
doesn't even fucking work anymore. It's not even a thing.
Yes, it makes more sense.
Why? What does Oriental mean anyway?
Because it's of the Orient. The Orient is a certain location in Asia.
And is the Orient still a thing?
And so now it's Asian, right? So now you say Asian. That's the proper term for that.
Well, I will say this. Oriental, the definition is of, from, or characteristic of East Asia.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
East Asia. So you can't, it's like you looking at any person and going like, well, he's Chinese, but even though he's just like an Asian
I think
guy.
that's what. Yeah, I think that's the thing is you can't just be like, hey, that's an Oriental. I mean, it.
My point is, Oriental used to be what you would say. No one ever said Asian back in.
I don't remember using
the Wild
Oriental,
West days.
Okay,
you'd call them Oriental.
People said a lot of fucked up shit in the Wild West days.
I'm just saying, but
you're going back too far.
But it wasn't derogatory. It was just a descriptor. That's it. It wasn't saying those are terrible people. They're just saying this is the type of person that someone robbed a bank. What'd he look like? He was Oriental. Thank you. Now I know what he looks like.
Just because it was what was accepted back then doesn't mean that people.
No, I'm just saying.
But I will say that you're right. Hold on. I will say
now
that
it's Asian. But now there's an actual thing going on now where Asians, East Asians, are not happy with the term Asian, and this is mostly in Europe because the media are describing like Pakistani, Afghanistani, those people as Asians. When there's something bad happens in the news, they'll say an Asian person. So it's not being offensive to Pakistanis.
Sure.
They'll just say Asian, and then Asians are now going, what the fuck? We're not doing that shit.
Right.
Stop saying Asian. We don't want to be referred to as that.
I mean,
stuff.
to be fair,
it's a whole thing. It's constantly the target is moving, and that's frustrating.
Russians are Asians,
But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I
It
think
is if you get
You just move with the times.
It is if you lose your job because you say something is now deemed offensive that wasn't offensive 10 years ago.
I think it's pretty easy to not say something.
Yeah, I actually have to agree
so
with Casey.
offensive that it makes you quit your.
I
like,
think
lose
that
your
it's
job.
one of those things where. But I will say this. I will say that, as like being a, let me say, a portly challenged person. When I hear the word fat, it hurts my feelings. And like it, and even if you're talking about a rabbit, and you're like, that rabbit is fat. So to me, I'm thinking to myself, that person thinks I'm fat too, and I'm not. I am husky.
That's your issue.
My grandma told me that I'm being fucking.
Oh.
I'm trying to be hilarious. I'm trying to say
that is the thing. Though, there's a whole movement of women that are like, "You are not fat. You're fat as fat, but you are a human." I'm like,
it's like
whatever. I'm so
no,
tired
I'm
of my
a
fucking
fucking fat
skinny
ass.
ass. Okay, I'm so tired that this is such a fucking thing. It's so funny, and it's just people's discomfort. But
Right.
A, I'm funny. B, I'm fucking chubby. The two actually do go hand in hand for women.
Yeah.
I think that makes me funnier. I think if I lose weight, I'll be less funny. It's just a thing that goes along. But
Well, no, we just
Friends
don't
will
pay
go-
attention to your jokes. Then we're
Friends
just
will-
staring at your body.
exactly. So friends
Plus,
like,
we paid 10 grand for those boobies or whatever. They're gonna
And I'm like,
we're gonna look at those things.
well, blah 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 blah. But fucking being a fucking fat ass. But they're like, everyone goes, you are not fat, and I'm like, I mean, I kind of am though. It's like it's not a big deal. It's just like a thing. But for some reason, there's this like thing in womanhood where like people can't just go like, you're not overweight, and I'm like, no, like there's fucking scales and numbers, and
I
like,
get
it's
that all
more-
the time. I do a fat joke, but somebody's just like, "You're not fat." No, I'm fucking
Yeah,
fat.
there's just like fucking facts sometimes. People
Yeah.
are so touchy about it, and I
Yeah.
think that's crazy.
It's not even a thing.
I don't think you should go around calling people like you're a fucking fat ass.
The
but-
thing about that, the thing about all of this that you're saying, Rich, is so true. I totally get though the other side of it. I don't really the one.
I don't want to
thing-
hurt people's feelings. It's
exactly,
not that.
but sometimes situations are retarded.
Right.
That is a fucking a real use of that word.
And sometimes I need
it's-
to distinguish between an Asian that's from China, Japan, than a Asian that's from Pakistan or
Okay,
India.
you meet somebody. Somebody goes, oh, meet my friend this is Stephanie. Hello, hi, Stephanie. No, I actually prefer being called by Steph. Okay, cool, Steph. End of fucking story. Just adapt.
That's fine.
It's easy.
That's fine on a personal level.
It's easy to adapt, is what I'm saying.
Roadhouse.
She fucking did it.
Yeah, sure, 8-minute abs. Yeah, the exercise video. Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, this is gonna blow that right out of the water. Listen to this. 7-minute abs.
Abs.
Right. Yes. Okay. All right. I see where you're going.
Think about it. You walk into a video store, you see 8-minute abs sitting there. There's 7-minute abs right beside it. Which one are you gonna pick, man?
I would go for the 7. Yeah, I'd go for
Bingo, man. Bingo. 7-minute abs. And we guarantee just as good a workout as the 8-minute, folk.
You guarantee it?
We're gonna send you the extra minute free. See, that's it. That's our motto. That's where we're coming from. That's from A to B.
That's right. That's good. That's good. Unless, of course, somebody comes up with 6-minute abs, then you're in trouble, huh?
No, not 6.
No, 7. So
I use that bit on everything that it can fit in.
So those who have kids that listen to this show, that's I think his name's Harlan Williams. That dude created this show called Puppy Pals, right?
Puppy Pals.
Is it just called Puppy Pals? And it's huge. It's enormous. This
After he was famous, or
oh no,
before?
like just now,
like Everett watches it
like
daily.
in the last year.
Oh wow,
this fucking guy's got it made.
He goes, no, that's Bob from Puppy Pals. And I'm like, oh, fuck. He's like the main character guy besides the dogs. And like, I always thought that guy was like super annoying. But now that I know it's him, it's like less annoying for some reason.
Well, he was great.
He has a delivery that's definitely...
He was in everything
He
back
was
then, too.
amazing in Half Baked. Amazing. He's the one that like that with the horse or what he was supposed to watch the horse.
I don't know. If
You
I
never
saw
saw.
it.
Oh, God.
I don't do drugs.
All right, so they find themselves in a rest area, and there's a raid. There's cops, and like it's so funny because he falls down. It looks like he's giving a guy a BJ or whatever. But to me, like I just again, this whole thing, just speak complete sentences, and you're out.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I get that all this is fucking funny.
There is no way that he could get out of this charge.
100% he could.
No.
I think that this entire scene, hitchhiker, blowjob, ditch, police, could have been fucking just totally gone, and the movie would have been exactly the same.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the serial killer thing.
Like, this movie is 2 hours and 19 minutes long.
It was way too long, and they could have just taken that
this
whole thing
whole
out.
part could have been gone, and nothing would have changed.
Especially
in the movie.
like the cops thing was just like...
Agreed. Yeah, that's a great point.
The whole time, I'm
this
just like, what
movie
the
was
fuck is the
too
point
long.
of this? Like,
yeah, it was like his journey or whatever.
Because some writer thought the 7 abs, 8 abs thing was just genius and had to put it in a movie somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could have skipped right to the fact that Matt Dillon's a movie buff, and his favorite 2 movies are Karate Kid and Harold and Maude, and he's melted her heart because she's already said
yeah,
that.
the whole point is that all these other dudes are skis balls and weirdos, and he's this normal guy.
Right.
They could have kept out all of this shit, and it would have been fine.
Well, let's just skip
By the
through
way,
this part then.
Nipples showing through your shirt is a turnoff for me. Is that weird?
What if you're like at home?
That means you
and
don't.
I have, unless it's at home, then it's amazing.
That means you
Okay,
don't.
I'm like, that's like a thing.
That's literally Jennifer Aniston's career.
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Why?
I don't.
That's some 90s shit, though. Like,
I
that
just
was like
don't
a thing.
like it.
I mean, but hers still do.
I know. I just don't like that about.
They used to sell bras in the 90s that had the nipples over
Are
the...
you being
so that
serious?
you would lift them up, and it looked like your boobs were really shaped that way with the nipples, but really they all just...
I'll be honest about that. I like it.
I know.
And sometimes I like it when it's my girl. And
Out and about?
Yeah, and you can see them, and it's just I like it. I don't know. I mean, it's I
love it at home. I don't like it in public.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's great. I think it's natural, and
I don't think I have any feelings
So
about it. It's
just
just
walk
like,
around with your pee-pee out then, if it's natural.
well, no, you
well,
walk
some
around
dudes
with
do
your,
wear tight pants, and it's the same thing as nipples sticking
I don't
out.
like that either.
Yeah, well,
That's what this is about, the hitchhike? Oh, great. That's my luck. I get caught for everything.
So, you admit it?
Yeah. Guilty as charged. Look, I know that you guys got a job to do, all right? And I'm really sorry. I did it. I admit it. You know, the guy even told me, the hitchhiker told me it was illegal.
Well, can you tell us his name?
No, I didn't catch it. Can we cut to the chase? I mean, am I, like, in a lot of trouble here? Or...
First, tell us why you did it.
Why I did it? I don't know. Boredom? Guy turns out to be a blabbermouth.
God damn it, Casey. This whole bit with the rest area and then him getting trapped as the
You're right.
murderer. This was my favorite scene in the movie, and now I hate that it's in the movie.
Because
It's
it
stupid.
doesn't make any sense.
it should just completely be gone.
It
Yeah.
foreshadowed it from the counselor. That was neat. But even if he had said that and this had never happened, it'd still be funny that he said
You
it.
really didn't even need the counselor part then.
Yeah,
If
why would you need the
Why
counselor
would you
part,
just
too?
have him talking about it?
We just made this movie better.
Why wouldn't you just be
Yeah, and
talking to
shorter,
Chris
like-
Elliott at the time, leave the shrink part out, and this whole thing is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 2 hours, you definitely should have edited that
Yeah.
out. This should be an hour and a half at the most.
Oh, Chris, I heard you.
Oh, we
And
got
then
it. Hey,
wait, and then you disappeared. Oh, now you're back.
That's
I think
magic.
it's working, yeah?
Chris,
There you go. We can hear you now.
Black Magic, stop touching shit. Whatever you do, you've done it. You've fixed it.
We're all good.
All right, we're all good. Snoop Dogg is in town tonight. If anybody's watching this live and you
great.
don't, yeah, so that's the thing.
Is he at the Lava Cantina?
He is that he's doing 2 shows tonight, which I don't know. Like, do you go to the one, and then what if you're like, well, I'd like to stay for the second one, and they're like, I'm sorry, no, you may not. There's a second. Then you're like, well, I'm really hungry.
Is it the same place?
Yeah.
2 shows at the same place?
Yeah, he's doing 2 shows. Which
Comedy special.
We've done that before, I think he's doing like where he does where he talks about his dick a bunch and raps, and then he does like a DJ set, I think.
No.
But I don't know.
It's probably going to be jam-packed.
He don't love them hoes. I bet your daughter tried to go to that.
She's opening.
It's funny, but it hurts.
There's no possible way she's opening for that. Guess what? If she still loved her dad, there's a chance that she could be opening that show right now.
Right, because you know the right people to do that.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That's what happens. All right. Not that she doesn't love you. I meant that to be funny. I'm trying to make a joke.
It seems like maybe
it's
not.
fucking stupid. It really is. It's just idiotic. It's gone past the point of stupid. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, can both of you guys write down this today, or Wendy, you going to go from memory?
I'm not writing anything down.
Did you watch the movie?
I have seen this movie before,
I fucking knew it. I knew it. You know what? You get a pass this week. You know why? Because your daughter made the volleyball team.
Because it's been a shitty week.
You get it because it's been a shitty week. You know what? I had you on Monday, and I knew you were having a hard time. I tried so hard to be just like really, really nice, and what I found is that the nicer I try to be, the more fucked up shit I think about. So I really should just be myself all the time. You know what I mean? Like anytime I'm like trying to like dumb it down a little, it's like when I played Katie Lang's place in Austin, and our record label said, just don't say anything about lesbians. And I opened up our show with, hello, all my lesbian friends. We have a lot in common. And please try the chicken at the buffet. That's a true fucking story that really did happen. And my label was stoked. All right, guys. Let's just get into 5 questions. We'll talk about something about Mary. This is a game of 5 questions where we ask you 6 questions, and the high score is going to be 7 because I have faith in Silent Sean, who, despite Will quitting the show, has really come through the last few weeks. Now, oh shit, I forgot. Black Magic, were you able to watch this movie?
No, I've seen it once about 8 years
Son
ago.
of a fucking bitch. What is happening?
I was meant to have watched it tonight, but the wrestling overran.
Right, I get it. Never fucking procrastinate on this shit. This is important. You know how many fucking people watch this? I mean,
There's
teens.
6 right now.
Teens of people are watching this right now. All right. Well, you know what? I'll do the best I can to throw you guys some softballs, but I cannot promise anything because my job is to make this shit up off the top of my head, and I haven't had enough beer to make it easy. All right. Here we go. In the movie, question number 1, in the movie Something About Mary, Matt Dillon is the private investigator who goes down to find her for Ben Stiller's character. What does he say his job is to impress her? Is he A, an architect, B, a car salesman, C, a car salesman with a limp, or D, a car salesman with a bad crack habit? All right, we'll go to Wendy first. Wendy, what is your answer?
Architect.
She went with architect. And Big Chris Whitehead, what did you say?
Architect as well.
Architect. Softball from Jarrett. You both got it right. Welcome to 5 questions. We'll go on now to question 2. Question number 2 will, of course, be about the movie Something About Mary, or maybe it is not. During our podcast pre-show this evening, Wendy allowed her son to come get the card and order what? Down, Wendy, I'll go to you first. Wendy.
Pizza.
What? That is correct. I didn't even have to repeat the question. And then Big Chris Whitehead, yes, she told him to come order a pizza. That is correct. That is correct. Question number 3. In the movie Something About Mary, one of the most famous scenes of all time happens. In that movie, Mary finds some hair gel on our main character's ear. What exactly is that substance supposed to be that is on his ear?
I think Wendy has some in her ear.
Wendy has some, and it's actually the same ear. Super weird. That is happening. If you guys aren't watching the stream right now, you would see that it got a little wacky there for a second. All right. What? There are several different terms I will accept for this answer. So let's go to Wendy first. Wendy, what was it that was on his ear that she thought was hair gel?
Demon.
Men in the Navy. Okay, let's go now to Big Chris Whitehead. He also wrote semen. That is correct. That is correct.
I missed the semen in my butt.
All right. Now, question number 4. I'm going to have to actually make this about the movie, guys, and I do apologize. I haven't been looking over there right now because I haven't really needed it.
Know.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to keep these two in the game, for Christ's sake. All right. Question number 4, guys. It is Black Magic 3, Wendy 3. You guys are both doing fantastic. In the movie, there's something about Mary. What? Al, what sport does Mary regularly play? All right, I'm going to have to go with Wendy first. Wendy, what is it?
I don't remember, so I'm going to go with tennis.
Tennis is a great guess. Let's go to Big Chris Black Magic Whitehead. What did you go with?
Netball. I don't know.
Netball.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck is netball?
It's like a female basketball over here.
Oh, they got like the little goal or whatever, and they just
kind of
run over there and like stick it in the trash can kind of thing.
Yeah,
you both got that incorrect. The answer was golf. That is right. The answer was golf. She's at the driving range when she meets Matt Dillon. She does do a lot of stuff with that. All right, guys, this will be my last question, you guys, and I hope you guys can get it. What appearance-altering surgery did Matt Dillon have, the Matt Dillon character, have on himself to further impress Mary? I'm going to go. Wendy actually looks a little confident here, like she may have it. Let's see. Could be the beer. Let's see what she says. Wendy, what?
Could be a little of both. His teeth. He had his teeth worked on.
Big Chris Whitehead.
Penis enlargement.
Oh, penis enlargement. Great answer. Probably could have worked. Incorrect. Wendy, you got it right. That is correct. He got his teeth done. All right, guys. It is 4-3. Wendy is leading Black Magic. And as we go to Rich for Rich's bonus question.
All right. What is Mary's least favorite article of clothing? What's her least favorite article of clothing?
Mary's least favorite article of clothing. Let's go to Wendy. Oh, I got this.
Underwear.
Oh.
Can you be more specific?
More specific, please.
Thong.
Okay. Big Chris Whitehead. Bra.
That is correct.
That is correct.
All right, so we do have a tie going into the super hard bonus question. I'm going to flip this Miller Lite. Wendy, call it in the air. Is it heads or tails?
Heads.
I'm sorry, it is tails. That means that Black Magic Whitehead will get the first opportunity to answer this question. Wendy, you will go next, and we will see where we go from there.
Is there a White Magic Blackhead? I'm just wondering.
Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Ask the question, Sean.
I didn't have one. I'm just joking.
God damn it.
Okay, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
It's kind of an easy one. The movie, There's Something About Mary, takes place in 2 states in the United States. What are those states?
I have no idea. I'm going to have to pass on that. I've not got a clue.
Wendy for the steal?
Well, I mean, he could technically take a guess, couldn't he?
Yeah. Do you know any states?
No.
There's 50 of them, jerk. Oh, Rich, I love you so much.
One of them's not Cambridge.
Yorkshire.
I'm going to go with California and Indiana.
So close. Rhode Island and Florida.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, that actually was a pretty easy question.
Yeah.
If you watch
the movie.
Yes.
Because Bobby and Peter always have their movies in Rhode Island. Always.
Who are Bobby and Peter?
The directors, the Farrelly brothers.
You just call them by their first names?
Are those the
Bob and
people
Pete.
that transition to women? Is that the brothers?
No idea what you're
No, that was the Wachowski brothers.
Oh, Wachowski brothers.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So it's the ones that did Kingpin?
Matrix.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
They did
Wait,
Kingpin?
did they do Kingpin or Dumb and Dumber? Oh, the same thing.
I think they both. Yeah.
No, those are two different movies.
Who did The Matrix?
That's
the
what
Wachowski
the
brothers.
Wachowskis.
Those are the two dudes that what they do?
There's
They're now the Wachowski sisters.
Oh, interesting. We can't really talk much about that anymore.
Yeah, we're not allowed.
No. If we even like fucking
Because we've read the rule. If we didn't read the rules,
we read
that
the
I
rules
sent yesterday,
today. Yeah.
or was
We
it
read
today?
the rules on comedy. We can't even talk about it. In fact,
No.
like I don't even think it's okay to acknowledge them as being brothers before sisters.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
You know, so we have
They've
to,
always been
the sisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't say that. That's not allowed.
Oh.
And I'm not even trying. That's the fucked up thing. Is this isn't even a comedy bit? I'm just
Those
trying
are
not
actual
to.
rules that
I'm
we
trying
read.
not to get in trouble.
Well, instead of dodging bullets, they're gonna be dodging. Oh, whatever.
All right, you guys, you're both amazing. Wendy, go drink another one of them fucking beers for me, okay? In that koozie. Enjoy a slice of pizza. Big Chris, Black Magic, Whitehead. I hope I see you in September, sir. And thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. We'll see y'all soon.
Mary! No. Mary! Stop! Mary? Mary? Is that's it, it is you!
Who is that?
Hi, it's Ted!
Ted?
Yeah, Ted from Rhode Island. Ted!
Ted?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Ted!
Hey, good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How you been? I haven't seen you since
Yeah, since
senior prom.
That's right, senior prom. You got a great memory. Oh man, I haven't thought about that in years. Yeah.
So how's everything? Everything, yeah.
That's fine. You know, I was in and out of the hospital a couple of weeks. It was not a big deal at all. Now I'm good.
I figured out what bothers me about her.
Okay.
She always is the one of the guys girl.
Yeah.
And I'm not down with that.
Not
Like,
in The Mask.
I didn't remember her in The Mask.
That's like when she showed up and was
Yeah.
like the most beautiful woman ever.
I hated The Mask. Couldn't stand it.
Man, that's a weird thing to say. That movie was fucking great.
Hated it.
Yeah. And also, my wife is totally just one of the guys all the time.
Yeah, that's great when I'm just a guy friend of hers.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I just don't find, Mary is not my type.
He's threatened. He's threatened by women that are masculine.
This move that Tucker
threatened
does.
by women that are masculine.
This move that Tucker does, though, where he comes in and he's just like, he's a killer. And he's killed this guy, this guy, and this guy. And, here's who he is. Nobody from Harvard has spoke to him or whatever. And just leave, because she's going to cancel the date.
Right.
With Matt Dillon. And she's going to go out with our hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but if, it's just one of those things. Like if we had freaking Google, like she would be like, I'm going to just check that out real quick.
That's what I kept waiting for, and I forgot. They didn't just have that.
Yeah, you just can't. I had called a friend from Harvard. She can't just go contact Harvard. I could figure out if he was a Harvard alumni immediately.
Do you feel like private investigators have to compete with Google?
Or crazy fucking 20-something-year-old girls, because everybody I know can find anything about anybody in 5 minutes.
I gotta be honest. It's fucking true.
Hey, you should be in a break room at a hair salon.
They can find
you
out
want one person to be
literally
like,
anything about anybody. It's fucking insane.
I'm going on a date with this guy, but he doesn't have any social media. Everyone's like, got it.
I would train girls on how to dig up info on the guys when I would talk to them on the dating sites.
What do you mean?
Because all right, so the
You're
easiest
a fucking traitor.
Anyone that's dating, all you ladies out there, the easiest way to find out more info on the guy is to copy the picture from his Tinder profile or whatever. Copy it down to your desktop, save it to your desktop, and then go to Google. And then on the far right, there's the word images. Click on images, And then one of the things you can do on the images page, on the images search, is upload your own photo.
And it compares them to all the Google images.
It'll look for every photo that's exactly like that photo on the internet, which is good because it's his best photo. It's going to be on other things. So it's going to pop up. It's going to pop up his Facebook. It's going to pop up his Instagram. It's going to pop up everything. And then you can go digging around in his pictures on his publicly,
And not to mention, you can find out if it's the same guy you're actually talking to. Because if you put a picture in from...
And it's a different
exactly
a different name or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if he's with his wife on his other photos.
You choke the chicken before any big date, don't you? Tell me you spank the monkey before any big date. Oh my God, he doesn't flog the dolphin before a big date. Are you crazy? That's like going out there with a loaded gun. Of course that's why you're nervous. Oh, my dear friend, please sit. After you've had sex with a girl and you're lying in bed with her, are you nervous?
No.
No, you're not. Why?
Because I'm tired.
Wrong. It's because you ain't got the baby batter in the brain anymore. Jesus, that stuff will fuck your head up. Oh, look, the most honest moment in a man's life are the few minutes after he's blown his load. Now that is a medical fact. And the reason for it is that you're no longer trying to get laid. You're thinking like a girl.
This made such a huge... I didn't even know where this scene came from. I just remember it since I've seen it. And I don't do it every single time. But
you lived by it.
But I kind of live by that. Like, I like if there's a girl that I'm going to go out with that I'm really into and I don't want to fuck it up, and I don't want to I don't even want to be tempted to do a one-night stand or try to do a one-night stand and fuck it up, I will definitely do that before the date so that my brain is not in sex mode. It's in, girl mode. Get to know the girl.
Yeah, so I had a guy that worked for me that used to do this, and his deal was, excuse me, it really wasn't... It was that he could last longer, so he would assume that was going to happen.
Well, there's that too,
But I mean, none of this ever entered my mind ever. Do
you know the girl method to ensure you don't sleep with somebody?
We want to.
Oh yeah, don't shave.
You don't groom at all because you don't want the first time a guy sees all your junk, and all your legs and stuff to be.
You realize that would not work on me.
You know how many girls have said I haven't shaved, and I go, I don't care.
Yeah, then you get a couple beers and you meet that guy, and everything goes to shit.
In fact, I'm like, that's actually even better. In fact, we stay together. You don't ever have to do that again.
Legs, all types of. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, the other day I was like, I guess I should shave my armpits before you fucking divorce me. I
really don't.
He didn't even notice. No idea.
I don't care. So Casey and I watch everything with the
subtitles,
with the closed captioning or whatever, and it literally said this. After this, when he's in there whacking off or whatever, he's going, and you can just hear the
yeah,
and it just said masturbating rigorously.
That's funny.
Holy
shit! First of all, what is he doing?
Yeah.
She's gonna be there any minute.
It's called a danger wank. So there's a thing. No, not kidding.
I know.
This is a thing that happens in England. So the deal the kids do this thing in England where they start whacking it, and then you have to yell for your mom. And the idea is you have to finish before she gets in there, so it doesn't look like you were doing anything. That's a danger wank.
That's unnecessary.
It's kind of fun.
But he's fully clothed. He's standing at the bathroom looking at himself.
No, he's looking at a newspaper.
Oh, that's
There's
right. But he is looking at himself. He's in front of the mirror.
No. He's looking down at the underwear ads
in front
and
of the
shit.
mirror.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not getting a glimpse of himself.
But P.S. Standing up has not happened since I was probably 17, 18.
No.
There's no... I mean,
And
it's impossible.
Clothed?
Yeah. That's incredibly difficult. I mean, the guy's a ninja.
So I was telling him while we were watching this that this scene being the most iconic scene, of this movie, and a big iconic scene in just the 90s in general. I was a kid when this movie came out, so even though I wasn't old enough to see this movie, this was referenced everywhere, right?
Right.
On Saturday Night Live and all types of, just anywhere it was referenced. And I had no fucking idea what it meant. I had no clue. Like, it's just weird to think about that. Like, it took me years, and then I've actually saw the movie, and I was like, oh my God, like, that's what happened to her hair, and that's what was on his ear. Like, I had no clue.
I thought she was going to say until it happened to me.
You know, I don't think that they have enough meats on sticks. No, seriously. I
Really?
mean, if you think about it, they have plenty of sweets, right?
Yes.
They have lollipops, they have fudgesicles, they have popsicles, but they don't have any other meat on sticks.
Yes, you don't see
Right?
that many meats on sticks.
No,
And
absolutely not.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see more meat in a cone. You don't hardly ever see that. You know,
That's
just that's an idea that I think is waiting to pop. Just like a nice, big oversized waffle cone stuffed full of chopped liver. Exactly.
It's too bad you don't live here, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a lot in common.
Well, maybe have you ever thought about maybe moving back up to Rhode Island?
I thought about it, but I got too much of a good thing going on here. I got a great practice, like the people I work with, and Warren. You know, maybe you should just move down here and marry me.
I agree with the meats on sticks. Why don't we have more meats on sticks?
Shish kebabs.
There are a lot of meats on sticks, by the way.
What?
A lot. There's
Shish kebab and hot dog or corn dog.
They
That's
do
it.
like sausage on a stick, and they do.
I think turkey
I've never
legs should
seen
just
that.
count.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. Did I tell you guys about these fucking pizza cones?
I knew you were going to bring up the pizza cone.
Oh my God! I haven't told you guys about this.
It sounds delicious.
Pizza's my favorite, so.
All right, so we're in South Africa.
Oh.
And it had been a long goddamn fucking. What? Why?
We're not going to South
how
Africa?
Religious? No, I
They
think
have
it's
them in
good
America.
to exist here. I literally tried to. I wanted to bring this back, and I was just like, "Fuck it, we'll just
It's
start
going to
a
be like
truck."
a food truck thing around
It's
here.
gonna be. Essentially, the way that they did it was they make a pizza cone, and then it's sealed on the bottom with another piece of dough or what. So it can't. I have photos of this shit. I'll put them on the site.
There's a place called Epic Cones, Dallas, Texas. Creative Foods. It is imagine an ice cream cone made of pizza dough filled with the cone
But
with
is it
pizza
a New
toppings
York
and cheese.
or Chicago?
Yeah.
It's filled with pizza toppings.
Pizza toppings.
Oh, that
and
sounds
you
amazing.
eat it just like a fucking ice cream cone, but it doesn't leak out the bottom because of the way that they do it.
Right.
So the cone is the dough and the toppings.
That's correct.
That's amazing.
It is.
I
so
thought
good.
you just took a piece of pizza and then
Like,
wrapped
yeah.
it in
now,
a cone.
this is a fucking ice cream cone pizza, and
That's
it's so
amazing.
delicious. So delicious.
Sauce
All right,
and
so
everything?
I love that she fucks with him a lot. Like I'm
Yeah,
bisexual.
but, that's the thing. It's that she's a guy. She's a fucking guy. She's not.
Right.
It's like I fuck with Mark and you all the time. That's not what I want in a female relationship.
All that
I
got
see what
me
you're
married, so it's fine.
It is true.
Rich wants a lady.
I don't think we
I like
ever
the
had
lady.
flirty, girly stuff.
I love.
No,
We pretty much just made fun of each other and talked shit for a couple of years.
but when the girly stuff started, that's when it was love. I mean, we made each other laugh a lot, and then once it became
I'm not like a giggly date. I'm not
But once we calmed down and just stopped trying to make each other laugh all the time, then that was love.
I love a friend that's a girl who's like that. Obviously, 'cause
Yeah.
I love you, and I
And all
love,
my friends
like
were dudes.
Jessica is like that. I kick ass. I love that. But for my female companion, I want her to be girly, and I want to.
But not make you laugh sometimes.
No, I mean you can be funny, but not fucking with me.
Yeah.
It's the fucking with me part.
Do not marry my wife.
Fun ever.
And like, I don't know. She's a little too athletic.
Me, I know.
She's a little too.
This girl?
Cameron,
It's why we
she's
can't
like,
be married.
Let's go golf, and it's like, I don't know. Why am I in this relationship?
Did you hire Pat Healy to spy on me?
What?
That's always the wrong answer.
It buys you time.
Oh, it does
Anonymous
not.
letter. It's not true, right, Ted?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting thing that happened. Yeah, it's true, but it's not.
Okay. Get out.
Mary, wait. First of all, I didn't know that this guy was.
What, that he was a murderer?
That, yeah, in addition to many other things. I mean, I didn't know anything about the guy. The guy, I hardly know him.
How could you do that, Ted?
How could you have some guy you don't even know spy on me? What were you trying to do? Trick me into feeling something for you?
I didn't want to trick you.
Why wouldn't you say, yeah, I hired him to find you because I couldn't find you? Conversation's over.
Okay, I was going to ask
I
you
didn't realize-
specifically, was this like a what about Bob
Yeah,
thing where it's
I
like, you
fucking
could
hate
have
it.
avoided all this?
All you gotta say is, yeah, no, actually, I hired him to find you. I didn't realize that he was gonna do this. He told me you were in Japan and left your children.
But he should have said it in the beginning. He would have been like,
Maybe not at the Franks and Beans scene, but yeah, like the first date. Look, I've got to, be
not
truthful.
even a confession. He should have just, whenever the first time he met her, been like, okay, I know this is weird. Like, he should have called her first and said, hey, I know this is weird. I actually hired a dude to get your phone number because I've been thinking about you. End of story. But he was wrong, and he knew it because every dude in the world who is busted does exactly what he just did.
How is
who
he-
who is Brittany? What?
How is he?
That's what he does.
How
What?
is
What?
he wrong for hiring the guy to find her?
He's not. That's why he should have said something right up front. Because there was nothing to hide. There was no reason to hide that. As a matter of fact, it's kind of endearing. Hey, I was thinking about you. I wondered how you were doing. I looked you up, and here you are.
Yeah,
and
withholding information is the
catch up.
worst. Like, just
I feel
say
like
it.
though this conversation right here could be like, she's found out the other guy was a killer. This movie's over right here, dude. No, I hired this guy to go find you. I had no idea he was a killer and a stalker, and he's going to move down
But the
here.
fact that
and-
she's talked about this guy with her and stuff, and he never brought it up, makes it weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was too late at this point, for sure.
Yeah, if anything, he should have just got her number and called her and just gone, okay, I know this is crazy, but I actually had to hire a guy to get your phone number because I've been thinking about you since high school and I thought I needed to reach out.
Then he says this amazing line where he goes, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you and this and this and this. And he sort of puts it out there. So I put, oh shit, wait. Like he's actually doing it. But then he still walks out the door. She's not pushing him out. Turn around. Go. And
it doesn't work like that.
Yes,
Have you
it
seen Swingers?
does.
Have you
No,
seen
not in like a
Swingers?
stalkery situation.
Damn it.
You turn around and come back too fast.
They
She's gonna
only
have to call
want
the
you
police.
back once you don't want them back, or once
All
you're
right.
really, truly not thinking.
Fast
You
forward to
can't fake it.
Pat's apartment, right?
Pizza apartment?
Pat's God, pizza sounds good. Pat's apartment. It stinks. The guy. Oh, Pat gets punched in the face.
Hey, did we ever figure out who trashed his apartment? Did we just
Yeah,
assume
I
it
was
was
wondering the same
we
thing,
just
like-
assume it was Woogie?
Why does it smell so bad?
Well, there was a pile of poop on the ground.
Yeah, why?
You didn't see that? It's trash. They all walked in and were like, holy crap. And then he jumped out, so they had to have assumed it was him.
Yeah. I don't know. I never put that together. I was wondering, why did they all walk in and go, God damn.
I guess we just assumed that they all think one of them did it, and then we find out later it was probably Woogie.
I sort of lost interest at this point in the movie.
Did you?
Yeah, I started
Yeah.
drifting off and was like, oh, okay.
Well, we
I skipped
figure
a
out
few scenes.
that they go back and forth between who wrote the letter to her or whatever, and then we find out Woogie is the other guy, and then we get to
all this part just got real
All
tedious.
the freaking boils and
you.
stuff.
Yeah, this part is where it got tedious for me. I'm just like, ugh.
You sent the letter. It was you.
Look towards the door. There's a pile of poop.
We had a deal. You said you wouldn't fuck me, and I wouldn't fuck you until we got this fuck out of the fucking picture. You crossed the line, man.
Whoa, 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 man. You're getting crazy now. Why would I cross the line? You probably did it yourself, you piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why would I rat myself out?
Blowing farts in her face.
You were following us.
Don't flatter yourself.
hilarious.
I was following her. I always do. How the hell do you think I got rid of the last guy, Brett?
Wait, Brett? Are you saying that Brett didn't say those things about Warren?
Are you shitting me? Mr. Goody Two-Shoes?
I got a bone to pick. So if he can do this amazing English accent,
I was thinking the same thing. Why settle for man?
That was driving me nuts.
Actually, he is British.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if he's this guy, and
Yeah,
he
why
can
not
do
just
this
settle for a
amazing-
neutral
Why not just have
accent?
just a normal talking voice?
Yeah. Ooh, what?
It was killing me.
Also, isn't Brett not so much of a goody two shoes. Didn't he have a little cell phone scandal?
Well, this would come later.
This was part of his PR cleanup campaign.
Let's get back to this.
Okay.
Chris Elliott is Woogie. We find out the whole time. We've been talking about him the whole goddamn movie, and he's the one that wrote the letter, and he's broken out in hives.
Did that blow your mind, or did you like, that's dumb?
No, I mean, I guess I was surprised. And
it seemed super. Like, how did they become best? That was the coincidence. I was like, how did they become best buds?
And him not know that he's Woogie.
Right. Well, that and
they're from the same town. They just went to different high schools. He was
4 towns over.
He was stalking her through college.
4 towns over.
4 towns over. So she used to date Woogie.
Yes, but did you hear her in the end? She says something about
about.
It was one day, like he had already been obsessed about it. The one prom that he went without because they broke up. She went to prom with him and they got back together. So he was obsessed with him and made friends to get close to him to keep him away from her.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, so he steals her shoes back in the day. I wrote down, he's nuts. Then he tries to steal her shoes again. Now
he's stealing all of them.
P.S. By the way, even with my foot thing, I don't really give a shit about shoes.
I feel like if somebody stole my shoes, like it'd be like the most inconvenient thing of all time because I only ever have like one pair of shoes. Like I'd be like, damn it.
Yeah, it would be weird.
It wouldn't be like I need this stiletto or this boot. I'd just be like, jeez, fuck.
Yeah.
Brett?
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Yeah, I called him, Mary. I told him to pick up Warren and get down here. See, your friend Tucker was lying about a couple of other things. Brett never said those bad things about Warren. He loves Warren. And from what he told me on the phone just now, he loves you too. He's the guy he should be with.
Oh, God.
That's right, Mayor. You know I'll always be true to you.
Shit, this isn't fair. Jesus. I feel like an idiot. See, I realized something today. I'm no better than any of these guys. I mean, none of them love you, really. They're just fixated on you because of how you make them feel about themselves. I mean, that's not real love. That's I don't know what that is.
Why did he say that?
No idea.
He could still bow out gracefully and still say everything I felt for you was real, but it's fucking Brett Favre.
Yeah, have you seen this dude in some Levi's? Like,
no, Wrangler.
I thought he was in Levi's.
Actually, didn't think
he's the
he
Wrangler
was
guy.
as attractive in the face as I thought he was.
He's better looking now. That dude,
like, slimmed down or something.
He aged well.
Okay.
No, he just, people grow into their fucking bodies
well,
and shit.
I think his face is slimmer now or something.
The dude aged very well. He's a very attractive man.
Yeah, I thought so, but
he did really
in this
really
movie,
well.
I didn't think he.
Did he have an attractive penis that he sent to everybody all over the world?
Apparently, it's like just no.
Did it leak? Did they leak the pictures?
I don't know, but I.
Oh, is this? He had dick pics?
Yeah, he was sending
to an
unsolicited
ESPN girl and
DPs.
Yeah,
is it unsolicited
Christ.
if you're hot?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know about this whole dick.
As someone
thing.
who was formerly hot, if you didn't ask for it, you don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I just I played safe.
Also, I hate that you're still hot, and I fucking love you so
thanks,
much.
babe.
So don't
Still don't send me pictures of your penis. It's weird.
even now, like it's your penis.
I mean, it'd be funny now, but
yeah, I'll send you one.
Ted! You've got your keys.
Amazing. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Did you really mean what you said up there?
How tall is she? Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ.
17.
I just want you to be happy, Mary.
But I'd be happiest with you.
5'9".
No, you wouldn't.
You're fucking
he's
with me,
short.
right? What about Brett Favre?
He's 5'7". She's 5'9".
What'd I tell you the first time we met? I'm a Niners fan.
She's already immediately regretting her decision.
I know.
His friends would say, stop whining. They've had enough of that.
This girl doesn't exist, by the way. No one's picking him over Brett Favre. It's just not.
Yeah, and they've already established that Brett Favre is like a pretty good guy in this movie, except for that thing that he didn't say. Like,
Right.
probably just go ahead and give Brett Favre another chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Ben Stiller's going anywhere.
Put some fillers out.
I like this movie, actually. I really liked the watch. I thought
It's
it was
very funny.
I laughed out loud many times. I mean, like, I definitely didn't bail in the middle. That guy
What was
died.
the last comedy we watched?
Oh my God.
We don't watch those anymore. We
Yeah,
only watch
it's been
intergalactic space
8 to 10
bullshit.
months actually since we've watched
and spy movies.
It's literally been a year since we've watched
we
the
only
movie
watch
that anybody
monochromatic
else
blue
likes.
movies now.
That is
We
all.
watched fucking Billy Madison.
Doesn't sound
Yeah,
right.
well.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah,
No, you asked what's the last comedy?
That's 25.
Oh, that was like the horrible. Was that 4th of July? Whenever all the shit was going out.
No, honestly, I'm
Yeah,
going to be honest
it
about
was.
this. Like, if you take Billy Madison out, I'm looking at my notes right now.
If you take Billy
Hold
Madison
on.
out.
Okay, something about Mary,
Yeah, it's been a while.
Interstellar, Mission Impossible, Billy Madison, which you took out, Ant-Man, Shawshank Redemption, Jurassic Park, Bill and Ted,
Hilarious.
Comedy, yeah.
Ocean's 11, The Breakup,
Comedy.
Yeah, that's
Rogue
romantic.
One,
Deadpool's
Deadpool, Talladega
21 Jump
Nights,
Street comedy.
21 I mean,
Yeah,
like,
we're
Super
breaking.
Troopers
yeah,
comedy.
you're right.
should we do like
Space
a
Jam
popular comedy at some point? Like one that people have
Wedding Singer.
seen before? Or
Yeah,
No
we've
one's
done a
seen-
bunch.
No one's seen Something About Mary? These are all off the requests, by the way. Here,
Yeah.
let's look at the schedule and see what's going
You know
on.
what? Fuck them.
Jerry Stiller's only 5'5", guys.
I believe that. Hey, if you guys
And
see
funnier.
that our podcast is
more
putting
compact,
out
funny.
a Facebook post or a Twitter or an Instagram, please share that, like it, and all that stuff, and we'll say your name. Joey Bishop, Simon Rogers, Rodon James, Wendy Croft, Amy Pitzinger, Barry Ferguson, Grant Hill, Ray Jimenez, Sean Beck, R.J. Lane, Woody Chambers, Collateral Cinema Movie Podcast. I fuck that up every week. Chris Pulse, Danny Stuckey, Jake Bradford. Thanks for sharing this week. And, man, share next week, and we will 100% say your name again.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Mark Ryan writes, "Hey guys, love the podcast. Just think Rich is really testing Jarrett with the last few sci-fi movies. I think it is time for a sports movie like Kicking and Screaming. It even has Will Ferrell. Keep up the great job. I look forward to listening to you guys every week."
You know what? I mean, I just take it as it comes. I really don't give a shit. Casey will say to me sometimes, like, have we not done a comedy in a while or whatever? I'm like, I really don't care.
Oh, I don't say that. I just go, what movie are we watching? He says it, and I just go,
Okay, pretty much
So
it's the same
should I
conversation.
change next week's
Yep.
movie?
what's next week?
Because
What's
I
next
was
week?
just about to bring it up.
What
What's
is
next
next
It's
week?
called District 9.
Sci-fi.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah,
District
no
9.
idea. Yeah, I don't care.
It's South African.
What?
It's
Yeah, I've
it's
seen it.
Set
I
in
remember-
South Africa.
Whatever it is, it is.
Ugh.
Whatever will
And then-
be.
No,
So-
that's the noise I make. Ugh.
So we got District 9 coming, and then Gone Girl with the X,
Oh, sorry.
because that's like our
still.
favorite. It's, yeah, our favorite
Which
movie.
one?
We have a we have a couple of guests that week. So Sarah, Casey's
For Gone Girl?
Is she going?
Casey's got one friend. Sarah's going to come in as well.
Okay, cool.
But Sarah's flaky, so there's a 50% chance.
Yeah, but I've made it clear
She'll
that
be gone,
that's
girl.
not-
Sarah has told me, I'll pick you up in 10 minutes. I'm on your street before at 10 o'clock at night, and just never shown up before.
Right.
Well, Shannon's been planning for this for like months.
Okay. Cool.
And then I threw in The Do-Over, which is a Netflix original Adam Sandler movie
Nice. Okay. Cool.
with David Spade, which
Yep.
I really enjoyed. I thought it was a
pretty
great one.
Sure.
And then Predator
Oh, for the release.
for the release of the new Predator. And then John Wick.
Right.
Didn't we already do John Wick?
No. Should we not do like something hilarious at some point? Or
And then Superbad.
oh, okay. Then done.
And then Spider-Man. And then Private Parts.
We're doing private parts.
You don't want to do it?
Of course I do.
Okay, then.
That sounds great. Guys, whatever it is, it is. Whatever will be, will be. We're here to entertain you guys. There's a list of movies. It's on our Facebook page. Go check it out if you want. If you'd like to see something else, give us an email, give us a text, give us a vote, whatever it is. Let us know. Hey, guys, seriously, thank you so very much for your support of this program. We appreciate it. Sean, long day for me and you today, dude. Really, for real. And then Casey, you too. Being a mom a whole goddamn day. It's time to graduate to the
One
couch.
day.
Oh, I just meant that I've been really busy all day. Son of a bitch. Don't do that. And we'll see you down the road.
I worked today, too.
Anyways.
Since 5:30.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.